February 9th, 11:15 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 1.
Yay. Oh my god, I get to voice act! I didn't think I would get that. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not really sure what to say.
Iris, we have only 20 minutes. There are 2 things which I need to ask you before we reconvene.
Alright, I'll help you any way I can.
First, about that night. You really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying.
Mr. Edgeworth, it's just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room, in Hazakura Temple.
Very well. The second thing then. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the times Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile?
There's only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me.
So it was you, but why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge?
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. My god.
Oh no, really?
Oh, this is a secure one. Damn.
Holy shit. Iris.
I can't tell you about that yet.
Yet?
Not until her safety is confirmed.
Her?
The safety of the Acolyte.
The Acolyte, huh? She must be talking about Maya.
What?
Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Dixon?
No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life.
As I thought, no psycho locks.
I really want Phoenix and him to have a chat. So these psycho lock things, the what?
Very well. It is my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough.
Alright, now we're on to the section where I probably won't have to do any voice acting.
In the courtroom. Yeah, okay. Court will now reconvene. Miss Von Karma, where is the witness? During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery. Suspicious behavior? He was sketching something very intensely. They asked what the witness was sketching when he was detained. He drew a terrifying woman, armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip.
I wonder who that is.
I can only presume that his intention was to capture you. Oh! Anyway, it's time to drag this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court. Loris Dixon, I hope you're ready. Get in here.
I thought we were asking for Larry Butts. Who's this Loris guy?
It would seem that whip is going to see plenty more use today.
That it will.
Ouch! Your sketch is in contempt of this court. I was just artistically rendering. Ouch! You tried to run away from the bailiff who was trying to hand you your subpoena, correct? Look, I'm not a fledgling artist training out in the mountains. I'm only down here in the city because I ran out of green paint. Well, to use the technical term for the color, viridian. Larry, this isn't an art store, now is it? I know, I graduated junior high, okay? Look, art is all about working in the fields, isn't it? Working in the fields? I presume he wanted to say field work. I hope. That's it, thanks, buddy. It's kind of sad that I was able to understand his mangled train wreck of a sentence.
Aw, you're best friends.
I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. Oh my god. So, see? I've got nothing to do with this trial at all. I expect all of your faces to be red when you realize this mistake. Bright red. Oh, or to use a technical term, Crimson Lake. Ouch! 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 Stop your pathetic babbing and testify like a man.
Okay, you're the best, Francisca.
She is the best. Refrain from whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross-whipping is as bad as cross-checking. Witness, that was all your fault. Testify now. This is too much for me. What I saw. I was at that lodge out in the mountains, looking up at the stars that night. I walked the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. The girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm all alone now. I heard you!
Oh my god.
Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony. I'm just a nobody, nothing but a small, worthless man, aren't I? Why must I ask for my name and occupation or anything else? Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex. He's recently been the cause of numerous incidents. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people. Yeah, that's right. I'm behind everything, every case.
Oh shit! You're behind Don Tigre!
Watch out, okay? Just touching me will make you eternally unhappy. Well then, let us proceed with the cross-examination. With no touching, thank you. We can delve into other details at a later time. This is the weirdest cross-examination ever, I'm gonna imagine.
Yeah, hold on. What do we know that happened? I'm so confused. So we know this is from Larry.
Yep. But he was
he could see the bridge, but he said he didn't.
He was not looking at stars. What was the weather again?
Snow and lightning?
Could he have seen the stars with that? Probably not if it's snow and lightning.
With it snowing and stuff, probably not, but I'm certainly not an expert.
Yeah, she is pretty.
That does not look like a children's book, actually.
A magic bottle, and there's a castle in the
background. That does not look like how you would make a children's book. Yeah, why is there a castle in the background? Where the hell does this take you?
Was he in Europe?
Whatever.
Because it looked like some kind of European castle. You might have to just start pressing and figuring out
Yeah. Might have to do with the weather report, though.
Whatever is the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? This one single statement is so full of contradictions. For a moment there, I thought I was going to collapse. So, Mthis, any idea as to where these contradictions in your testimony lie? Depending on your answer, I may stay my whip. Okay, give me a minute. Well, it was snowing that night, so I couldn't possibly have seen the stars.
Well, he knows that.
That rundown shack is hardly a lodge, is it? And even if the stars could be seen, it isn't like I was there to look at them, right?
So in one sentence, you lied 3 times!
Yes. See? You can do it if you try. Ouch! There is only one issue here. What you saw at Dusky Bridge. So he's just an idiot. We already knew that, though. He lied. So he lied 3 times.
Yeah, the first one we may have to do the weather report. I want to see what he says here.
A number of times. How many? Maybe 5 times? Robin was every 20 minutes. Oh. Which means you spent almost 2 hours at Heavenly Hall that night. You bet. Real love is about waiting for you with your heart in your hands. Love, you say? It was this man's intention to summon a defendant to the small shack, using this blackmail letter. Blackmail? No, that was simply a product of overflowing love. Oh! You huffy-puffy, loosey-goosey excuse for a whimpering, whining voice of a witness! So, what did you see? Oh, for your sake, you saw a snowmobile. You huffy-puffy, loosey-goosey excuse for a whimpering, whining voice of a witness, eh?
I'm so glad we're going through these.
Well, you see, being called those names doesn't seem to bother him at all.
He's Larry. He's been called worse, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Didn't see a snowmobile.
Larry, you really didn't see it? Hey, no need to hit your desk. I can hear you. I didn't see it. I didn't see a snowmobile. Larry, say snowmobile for me, please. Snowmobile? If you truly have nothing to hide, then why are you stammering like you just flew over a cuckoo's nest? Shut up! What is this? I don't know. Don't ask me. It seems I'll need to start from a more obvious contradiction. I'm going to strike the blow that will finally get him to spill the beans.
I'm sure it's that first one.
You didn't meet anyone. That's right, because I've got nothing to do with this. I'm just here to buy some Viridian paint, okay? Come on, I expect to see those crimson leg faces now.
Oh, my God.
It would appear that simply pressing isn't going to be enough, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, duh.
Indeed. Seems that he's going to claim to have nothing to do with this to the end. I don't want this guy to cost us any more time. He needs to slice through his obvious contradictions and keep things moving along.
Yay!
We were just playing with him for a bit. I don't know. We were hungry for
looking up at the stars that night. Okay. No, Larry's just entertaining.
Yeah, weather data.
So, it was snowing, so this should be the most obvious one, right?
Yep.
Wait. What?
What? How?
That wasn't it?
How is
it gonna be this blackmail letter? What the hell?
So what? So it's not the weather data. What?
Well, that should have been what it is.
I have no idea then if it's not the weather data. What the hell could it be then?
I have no idea. At the lodge, looking up. You didn't see anyone at the bridge.
But wait, that bot is new, isn't it?
What? The snowmobile? No.
Hmm.
That's been there.
Okay.
He did. He saw Phoenix.
Right, he saw... Oh my god, I completely forgot that. He saw Phoenix.
Yeah. We need to play these games more instead of just like one episode.
Oh yeah. Larry Butts. I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. You're pretty pathetic and you cause all sorts of trouble. I'm sorry. But having realized just how much of a nuisance you have been, that could be considered a step in the right direction. Edgy, are you trying to console me? It certainly doesn't sound that way to me. However, I cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incidents you create. You're totally pinning this on me! Now then, let us talk about the night of the murder. Since the beginning after seeing the murder took place, asked Phoenix Wright to report it. Thus he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There he happened across a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts! That's right, me in the flesh. Listen carefully, witness. It doesn't matter if you change your name. So long as you remain pretty pathetic, you will continue to cause these incidents. The reality will not change. But what do you want me to do then? Larry, what you need to do is change your inner self. But for now...
Is this a therapy session?
What you saw that night, testifying truthfully about this one issue, is all I need from you. Edgy, I think... I finally woken up! Well, I guess I could still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it. I'll testify. Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well.
Can we move on?
I'll ask again then, witness. What did you see on the night of the murder?
I saw part 2. Great.
I went to the shack at around 9, so it would have been around 10:30 p.m. I was lying under my bedding. When a white flash almost blinded me.
Huh.
I looked out the window and Dusky Bridge was on fire.
At 10:30?
There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick. You certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you? So what happened to the bridge after I caught on fire? It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. It totally burned out. Like, almost totally gone. I mean, trying to cross the burning remains was what caused Nick to fall. What did you say? Oh, don't worry. It's nothing life-threatening. He just caught a cold.
Yeah, seriously. Dude's made of steel.
Yup. I never knew with certain man if he should be called lucky or unlucky.
They never told her? Wait, what happened to him?
Apparently she didn't know. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your cross-examination. Okay, so what is the problem here? Went to the shack at around 9, so it would have been 10:30. When did the bridge catch on fire? Can we check it in the court record? Does it say with the weather report?
10:45.
Yeah, so that... Oh, yeah.
Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out.
Right. What did you do out there in the cold for an hour and a half? Well, if you really must know, I was busy being excited. I guess. Excited? Dare I even ask? I set the meeting time as 10 p.m., right? But I couldn't wait, and I thought she might come early too. Well, it appears she didn't come at all in the end. Because they never arranged to meet in the first place, did they? Shut up! Don't go picking my fond memories apart! Anyway, I was getting a little worried. I thought maybe Iris had lost her way. So every 20 minutes or so I went out to the bridge. But I didn't see anything particularly suspicious. I didn't have anything else to do, so I went back to the shack to wait for her. I went on my bedding. Okay.
Hold on. So he's wrong on the time, first off.
Yes.
That might be the contradiction.
This light was, of course, lightning. Like kapow! Like a slap from a Naomi, honestly. A big bada boom! Or a little like this. That's more like a punch from Miranda. With this, did you actually see the lightning hit the bridge? Well, I was a bit startled by the flash of light, so... Okay, so it might not have been the one that hit the bridge you saw, okay.
Looked out the window and Dusky Bridge was on fire.
Seeing that, what did you do? What do you think? I was burning up as well from the fire in my heart. And that's why you went to look at the bridge? Well, to be honest, it was freezing cold, so at first I thought, forget it, I'm not leaving my covers. But it had pretty much stopped snowing, so I don't know, I changed my mind. I'm not sure I care for the forget it attitude you had at first, witness.
No, I can agree with that attitude.
So some thunder. You said right away, but exactly how long after the strike was that? The lightning fell and then the bridge caught on fire, maybe around 5 minutes? I mean, I suddenly thought, gotta go check this out. How far is this small shack you were in from the bridge? Hold on, well, it had pretty much stopped snowing. I guess about 5-minute walk? And how did Dusky Bridge look when you got there? Like, I had recovered a piece of my childhood. Wait, what? I mean, not even the bonfires kids make doing the school championships can compare. Wait, what?
Okay.
Well, should I press in for a little more info?
I don't know, what do you think?
I think we should.
Do you need more information?
Why did you go to the bridge? Actually, why didn't you call anyone? That's a good one. Larry, let me ask you one thing. What is it, Edgy? What's with the serious face? Why didn't you call anyone? Huh? What do you mean? Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try and tell someone. There's a public phone right by Dusky Bridge, correct? Well, of course, I thought of doing that. So then, let's hear why you didn't. Yeah, okay, a reason. My reason. It isn't that I didn't try to tell anyone, I just didn't have time to, okay? Less than a minute later, you claim to have arrived at the bridge at the same time as Wright. Yeah, I thought I'd better tell someone about this. But then Nick came up yelling about murder. Totally made me forget about the bridge. The fire was pretty much out by then anyway. What's this feeling? Suddenly have a terrible case of unease. It was after contacting the police that Phoenix Wright fell from the bridge, correct? Yeah, that's pretty much it, more or less. You told me about the burning bridge yesterday, but there's still something that doesn't quite fit. Looks like, despite his change of heart, Larry still isn't telling us the whole truth. Yeah, because he couldn't have been there, could he?
Well, if at 1:30, I think we might have to present this here.
I think so.
The weather data? Because I don't know exactly what they're going with, but...
Nope.
No.
So, oh my god, what are we doing wrong here then?
The fire was basically out when Nick arrived, which would be like 11:15.
Yeah, so that doesn't make sense, I think.
I don't know. It doesn't, but I don't know what they're going with.
Me neither.
Screw it.
Okay. Your very existence being a contradiction. I'm not sure if you can grasp this or not. What the heck? You just made me sound like I'm some sort of alien. You probably are. But your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time.
So yeah, we were on the right track. We just put it at the wrong spot.
Yeah. I know it'd be the best timekeeper, you know. 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him? Terrible at those.
I mean, we don't know how fast Billy walks, nor do we know how fast you bike.
Yeah, those kind of stuff sucks. This is much more simple. You saw the lightning strike Dusky Bridge, and immediately went to see what had happened. Is this correct? Yeah, well, I wasted about 5 minutes first, but more or less. I have the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45 p.m. You say it takes less than 5 minutes from the shack to Dusky Bridge, meaning you probably got there at around 11 p.m. That all sounds about right, I guess. And then Nick showed up and did his falling act. That is impossible. What do you mean? 11 p.m. is when the murder occurred in Hasakura Temple. Oh, you're right. Thus, Wright was still there, in the courtyard. There's no way that Larry could have encountered him at Dusky Bridge at that time. Is it Don Tigre?
Oh shit, I forgot. From the temple here to the bridge is like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 if he was running the whole way, but it's still going to be a time frame.
Who did he see then? Was it Don Tigre?
Yes, it was Don Tigre.
Ah, excuse me. I have an objection.
Too bad.
You do? Edgy, how many times do I have to say this? I'm not Larry. I'm Loris Dixon. It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. The sister only said around 11. In which case, it could have been earlier than that. Watch your footing there, Miss Franziska von Karma. The slope ahead is slippery. But there is still no way that Wright could have been at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m. And why not? It is clearly written here in the weather data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning until at least 11:15 p.m. Which means that, what exactly? Wright did not see the bridge, but it was being consumed by the flames that night.
Yes, he did! He literally saw the flames! The background showed it!
Yeah. In fact, he did not arrive on the scene until the flames had died down. Oh, I guess they've kind of died down at that point when you look at it, actually.
Okay, if we're talking about there was like an inferno, then yes, we didn't see that.
Yeah.
But we certainly saw it was on fire.
Oh yeah. Larry, you arrived at the bridge at 11 p.m. But Wright did not make it there until at least 11:15. I suggest you stop hiding things and just tell us the whole truth. Now then, what happened during those missing 15 minutes? I feel like I just got brutally woken up by a toilet splashback. Oh, I guess I was still sleeping after all. Pinch me!
Ugh.
Order! So there was a missing 15 minutes prior to meeting Phoenix Wright. I hardly see that as much of a problem. Yeah, not much of a problem at all. Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes, and there's a phone right next to it. Why then did you not report the accident? Yes, witness, why didn't you? Why were you there simply to watch the bridge burn?
Yes.
And therein lies the problem. For even after the bridge had burned out, he was still there, staring into the space. This witness didn't even attempt to fulfill his civic duty. That's what it sounds like. But this is Larry we are talking about, and even if he is incapable of being so stupid, even he is incapable of being so stupid. Which means there has to be a reason for his inaction. Edgy, I think it's about time I got serious with you, dude.
Oh no.
Did you just use the dude word? Oh god.
Dude.
Just as I thought, you've been playing with us all this time. Listen, I'm going to tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all?
We've been asking for a while now.
Yes. I may really say it. Then say it.
Capcom is the best.
Very well. I have a terrible bad feeling about this. However, let's have the witness finally give us the whole truth, eh? Now, for this 15 minutes gap, what were you doing with us? Okay, the missing 15 minutes.
So stupid.
I'm a Deakstum. I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge. I was flipping up into a frenzy of art. Oh, okay. I can at least understand somewhat. The shock and awe that I was feeling, I transferred it all directly onto the page. Before I realized that the flames had gone out and then he came running up. He was still cold. Suppose artists can't be strange folk. Yeah, have you heard about Van Gogh? That's right, I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to draw the perfect sketch. Including the truth from the sound of it. Mr. Edgeworth, has this removed the last of your doubts?
Definitely not.
Not at all, Your Honor. One very large doubt still remains. And what would that be? This is a surprisingly believable story, especially considering the source. So why did he think he needed to hide it from us until now? I intend to track the reason out of him. You'll regret this, Edgy.
Well, shit, he just signed Edgy.
We might have to just press everything here.
Yeah.
Tell us, Larry. My name is Loris, get it right. Mistakes like that are what keep you from being popular with the ladies like I am. Just who exactly are you? I'm Loris Deakstum, apprentice extraordinaire. That's what he calls himself in any case. You are an artist? Of course I'm an artist, the real thing. Yet again, that's what he calls himself. Names mean nothing. It's only one issue I care to discuss. What were you doing? That's a very big issue indeed.
Sketching from the bridge, whipped up into a frenzy of art.
Sketching? The burning bridge? The burning bridge and everything that came with it. What came with it? You want to hear this from my lips, do you, Edgy? You'll regret this. That sketch of mine is... Enough. Just take that ridiculous sketch of yours out already, witness. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. That doesn't appear to be the fastest solution. I'll leave it to you, Mr. Edgeworth. What should I do? Oh, that was Edgeworth, my bad. I've got a terrible feeling that the instant this sketch is revealed, the entire world may be changed by what is depicted there. We have to look at it! Larry, I wonder if you could show us your sketch, please. Well, even I could never imagine it turned out like this. Imagine what?
What is this?
That Loris Deakstum's debut would take place here, today, like this. Oh! Show it, now. Okay, but steel yourselves. It's gonna be horrible, isn't it? This is the world of Loris Deakstum. Wait a second, that's a person.
What the hell? Why are they flying?
Either flying or jumping off or something. Something weird is going on. So this is Dusky Bridge, correct? What the hell? Quite a large bridge, isn't it? Your response, Miss Von Kammer? Yes, well, it's better drawings than I expected. Yes, he's actually surprisingly good. Like, the stuff we saw down at the shack, like, he's surprisingly good, actually. Yeah. Isn't it? I struggled to reproduce those flames. I really did. Yes, I'm sure you did. This is going to get ugly. No one has the courage to bring it up, it seems. This mysterious flying object. Larry, what? The burning bridge is fine. But what is that unfortunate looking figure? Ah, you spotted that? I thought you might. However much I might want to ignore it, I can't. It's Iris, of course! Iris! I wish she'd take better care of herself. We have to plan for our future, you know? What would happen to her if she had injured herself flying like that? You're just taking this completely like it's not a problem? Larry, please answer this next question. Honestly. Okay. Are you really claiming to have seen this? Are you claiming to have seen the silhouette of the defendant flying over a bridge that was engulfed in flames? Yep, that's what I saw. That's why I drew it. I'm an artist, a real artist. You high? The girl is really high up in this picture. What? Oh, what was that for? This is all a bad dream. I was hitting you on the cheek to test that theory. Please rip your own cheek from now on if you wish to test your wild theories. Anyway, no court of law will ever acknowledge that people can fly. Okay, that is a lie. He literally had a case about this, actually. Yes. It was the stupidest case yet. So this one's getting up there for really weird stupidity. Yeah. But seriously, the whole thing was, he can fly! Yep. Actually, there is some precedent for this. Yeah, Thank you! You were there, actually. Well, not for all of it, but she was flying pretty high. My sweet Iris. She was about 30 feet above the bridge, at least. It was really something to see. How? This has to be some kind of mistake. Mr. Ashford, please bring the witness back down to earth. What? Me? This witness is your friend, is he not? Friend is a strong word. Yeah, very strong word. Accessory to foolishness, Miles Edgeworth. Let's get back to the cross-examination. By force, if necessary. Mr. Edgeworth, I expect you to expose the obvious contradiction here. Yes, Your Honor. Looks like I've got another reason to remember this moron. Well, what do you think about my debut piece? Get that thing away from me! Horrible sketch of what he saw the night of the crime. It's not that horrible. Now hurry up and cross-examine him. How the hell? Like, what? What the hell happened? I'm gonna have to double check something when we get back to out of court. I want to check these lines. Because that's a really weird thing for a bridge like this. Yeah. Because those lines would indicate... It's like, what kind of bridges are there that have lines going up to towers? Or something, a higher point. Suspension bridges? Yeah, suspension bridges. This was not a suspension bridge. It definitely had suspensions, but they weren't going up. That's true. These ones are going up, so it's just really weird. I'm so confused. Her white hood fluttering. Wait, there's the contradiction. She wouldn't have had the hood. I mean, I'm gonna press it, but yeah. Just where did you see this sight from? Hey, you don't need to shout. When I was lying in bed in that rundown shack. Oh, he saw from below. Not just below. Upside down. Yeah. So flip that. Flip it the opposite direction, upside down. Oh, there was someone would be falling. This is how he saw it, but he's looking like upside down. Oh, you're right. So it could be someone falling. Either falling or... Well, he said she flew. And it was Iris. Yeah. Which means clearly she didn't fall. She flew somehow across. But he mentioned her having a hood. She would not have had the hood at this time. Yeah. The crack of the lightning bolt made me realize that the bridge was burning. I just watched it for a while from there, thinking how nicely it was burning. And after about 5 minutes, I saw it. It's the defendant flying. That's right. That's when I decided to go to the bridge. I see, that all makes sense. Does it? Aside from the sketch itself. Yes, the sketch doesn't make any sense. I just need to convince the artist that his work is ludicrous. I mean, is it? Hold on. That was right, go. Yep. Larry, what did you really see that night? Not that I particularly care. In your position, that's just being irresponsible. I drew exactly what I saw. I'll give you a whole $1. That is the truth. Wow. $1. If that is truly the case, then there's one thing we can say for certain. What might that be? That the person who flew over the bridge could not have been the defendant Iris. What? What do you mean? I don't understand. Ah! A foolhardy folly of a foolish statement by an equally foolishly foolhardy fool. How exactly can you make this claim? Tell us, Larry. According to this picture, the individual whom you saw was wearing a hood, correct? Of course he was. And I run down Shaggy's quite away from the bridge. The hood is what told me that the floating angel was my Iris. The hood is my darling Iris, and Iris is my darling hood. Oh, it seems there are bigger fools in this world than the ones at the defender's bench. Yeah, because she already knows. She already realized, obviously, she's Francesca.
Yeah.
Larry, there's something you need to be made aware of. On the night of the murder, Iris wasn't wearing her hood. She had given it to Wright as a gift.
Which then in turn protected him when he fell into water and got a cold.
Are you going to change your story now? Perhaps suggest it was Wright who took flight?
Yes, Wright can fly now. He is one of the Wright brothers, the secret third one.
What are you talking about? I think you understand what I mean just fine. Why? Why did Nick have Iris's hood? What?
That's your problem?
Angie, what's going on with Iris and Nick? Oh my god. Why you, Nick, you dog?
Can we move on?
I do believe that this unbelievably mysterious sketch is destined to disappear, discredited and discarded, straight into the garbage.
Rude. It's actually pretty good, dude.
Yeah, very
I like
rude,
it.
very rude. What is it now, Mthis? It feels like I've been waiting 25 years for this very day to come. Edgy! Today's the day I get completely stupefy?
Yeah, stupefy.
Stupefy you.
Now don't go casting magic at me like stupefy. Yeah, that is actually a Harry Potter spell.
Really?
It's a stunning spell, I think? It's called stupefy. I don't remember exactly what it does.
What? What is the meaning of your outburst with this? I hate to have to do this, but I have some definite evidence.
Aha.
Definitive evidence? Iris didn't he come flying over the burning bridge? And I, Lawrence Dixon, shall prove it.
How?
I want to see this. I didn't expect to ask this again, but we shall be needing your testimony once again.
Oh no.
Tell us anything you know concerning the defendant as depicted in this sketch, and show us your evidence that this nightmare was actually a reality. Okay, I hope you're ready, Edgy, because I'm going to feed you a whooping serving of pain. You've been serving us a whooping serving of pain this whole time. Trust me.
Ah, poor Edgeworth. Proof that Iris flew. Aha.
When I reached Dusky Bridge, she was already gone. I was so worried, so I frantically searched all over for her. That led me to finding a beautiful crystal sphere half buried in the snow. Wait, what?
Whoa!
He has the amethyst? I'm sure that Iris was simply wearing a spare hood. After all, no one else could have lost a crystal sphere that night. Crystal sphere? This one, pretty isn't it? But finders keepers. You have no idea what you have right now, Larry, do you? Holy shit.
Oh my god, Larry.
That sphere. Where did you find it? Let me see, around here somewhere? Looks about right.
Oh my god.
And it was half buried in the snow. And it pretty much stopped snowing by then. But it was still some falling as I walked to the bridge. Some falling. The court accepts this crystal sphere. That's mine, okay? I want it back afterward. There's something on it.
Blood.
Oh my. It's blood! What? Blood?
Yes, blood.
I already know what it is because we already know what that is. It's the amethyst on the staff.
Yeah.
You ready, Edgy? By tomorrow morning, you'll be calling me Master Larry. Yeah, I like the sound of that. No one's going to push me around anymore. Didn't you want to be called Lawrence Dixon only a few minutes ago?
Yeah, Larry's a weirdo.
Oh my god. We just bridge, we're already gone.
Yeah, it was on her staff.
Yes, it was.
So would we present the staff first then? Because we have this as proof that it is on the staff.
Yes, I would say the photo, but I'm not sure.
No, I don't think the photo yet though.
Probably not.
Because we would first say, here's the staff. That sphere goes on this. Well, do you have proof? Well, here's a picture that you took.
That's true. Do a save though, just to be sure, because we are down to the last thing if we
Stop shit. Okay, fine, we'll press it.
half buried. It was sitting in the snow with a little gathered on top of it. It was very hard to spot, actually. I mean, it was dark out too. I'm impressed. You did well to find it.
Agreed.
No matter what you may think when you look at me, I'm a pro. He is a security guard. He was a security guard, that's true. I used a pen light I borrowed from my company to help in my search. Larry.
Also, he's not that great at being a security guard. He's no genius.
And it sparkled really brightly as it was saying, "Here I am," to me.
How would he not recognize it?
And doesn't he look very much like the crystal sphere? And wait.
That's too small, though.
That's true. And Iris's hood.
But yeah, it does look similar.
But I need to remind you that she was not wearing her hood that night.
I want to present the staff here. Like I meant to originally.
Larry, that night, there was someone who lost a crystal sphere. There was? Who? Who was the stupid idiot? Oh my god.
Don't talk to about your master like that.
Miss Elise Dixnam, the mentor to a stupid idiot. The victim? I have a photo of her here.
Oh, well, they're showing this then.
And on the end of her staff, you can see a familiar-looking crystal sphere. Hey! That's my photograph! Give it back!
You made several copies and gave them to Phoenix willingly.
Yep. Ouch! A crystal sphere like that is quite easy to find.
Is it?
I have one just like it on my brooch. They look nothing alike! Yeah, they do. In any case, please take a look at this. This is the victim's staff found at the scene of the crime. Oh! The crystal sphere! It's gone! What? 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 Just what does this mean? Just does this mean? If anyone jumped or flew across the bridge that night, it certainly was not Iris. After all, she was not wearing her hood. More importantly, the crystal sphere found a landing site was not hers either. That means the one who flew and dropped the sphere was the victim, Miss Elise Dixon. But how? Fly? What?
Wait a second. Hold on. Let's go back. So if we are under the assumption this is actually upside down, and they like, not necessarily zip-lined, but like tied a rope or something and just flew across in some way by falling and things. Like they do in like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You get an angle, you fly. Then she would already be dead at this point. Because the bruises she had that she would get from a fall like this, assuming all this shit is happening, she would be dead.
Yeah. What the hell?
So for some reason, she was at the inner temple.
Like, what the hell's going on?
But not the inner, yeah, the inner temple. I have no idea. And that's only under the assumption this is upside down. The other option is there's a catapult on the other side and they just flung her over.
Yeah,
somebody flew.
How would they have brought a catapult up there?
I don't know.
A fool alongside another fool on a fool's errand to reach a fool's conclusion. First of all, this sketch, which I prefer to call a scribble, is ridiculous. People cannot fly, thus it is rejected. You can't do that, I saw it with my own two eyes! And this crystal sphere, this is nothing more than a red herring. You honestly believe that? Give it some thought. I'm sure you'll realize it as well, Miles Edgeworth. Elise Dixon was in her room on the night of the murder.
Was she?
There was no reason for her to go to Dusky Bridge. Therefore, as this sphere can be related to this case, that is all.
But she went to look for Pearl because Pearl disappeared.
Yeah.
And we still haven't found her, by the way.
Yeah.
It's probably lunch.
Yeah, she was going to look for Pearl, that's true. Miss Francisca von Kahn, the only person who will accept that explanation, are scatterbrains and clowns. Why are you pointing at me? The victim's crystal sphere was found near the bridge on the night of her murder. Yet you expect us to believe this has nothing to do with the case? The crystal sphere, it was probably thrown away at the bridge after the murder. After the murder? There is blood on the crystal sphere, isn't there? This naturally suggests that it was thrown away after the murder took place. The killer plated there to throw the investigation off the scent, which is the exact same reason that he drew that ridiculous sketch.
You blaming him for the killing or something?
What? You mean I'm the killer? No way! All joking aside, just when did this crystal sphere appear near the foot of the bridge? Unless this can be proven in some way, I refuse to believe that this is related to the case. She makes a valid point. There's no evidence that the Elixnism left Asakura Temple that night. However, if somehow this crystal sphere can be proven to have been dropped before the victim was killed, then this case is going to transform into something else entirely. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth? I want your final opinion on the disposition of this crystal sphere. If it is not related to the case, then this witness who you called, will have nothing more than a monumental waste of time. I've been in more than...
I mean, he normally is.
Yeah. Prepare yourself for some very appropriate punishment, Miles Edgeworth. Can I prove it? Can I prove that the crystal sphere was dropped before the murder took place?
Can we?
Do we have things that can prove it? When did she die?
Between 10 and 11. Wherever the autopsy is.
Can we take a closer look at it?
Of course I can prove it.
Can I prove it? That isn't the issue. To simply prove it, that's the only option. That's what he'd do. That's what the way Phoenix Wright would do this.
Yeah, that is how I would do
Your
it.
Honor, allow me to prove something to you.
What are we proving?
I will prove that this crystal sphere is a vital link to solving this case. You will do that to what? That look in your eyes. You remind me of Phoenix Wright when he is cornered. That should come as no surprise. Because right now I am Phoenix Wright and I am indeed cornered. I want you to present your evidence, Miss Edgeworth. Evidence that proves that the crystal sphere was indeed dropped before the murder.
Why did it show us this picture first?
I have no idea. Wait, how do we prove?
Why did it show this?
I'm not sure what will prove that it's been dropped before. What do we have that proves that it would have been dropped before?
Was indeed dropped before the murder. We don't really have anything that proves that. I mean, the only thing we can say is we don't see her staff in here. So if she carries it with her.
Yeah, that's true.
So if she was murdered, she would be holding the staff.
That is true.
That's the only thing I can think of is this photo.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have it and she's dead. Let's find out.
This crystal sphere, it was half buried in the snow, correct? That's right. If it hadn't stopped snowing, then it would have been game over. The snow would have totally covered it.
Which is true.
That's all I needed to hear from you, Larry. Your testimony makes one thing quite clear.
You're an idiot.
What? When the crystal sphere was dropped, it was snowing. Even if it was ever so slightly. Snowing?
And snow stopped at about 10:50.
Oh yeah, that's true. Man, we really are two morons, aren't we? On the other hand, let us look at the scene of the murder.
We are, but at the same time, days can pass between us doing some of these episodes sometimes, so...
Yeah.
We need to record just the whole thing in one day.
Damn. As proven earlier today, there is no snow on the victim's body.
Oh, is that the logic they're going with?
Oh.
Yes, totally what we were thinking.
Yeah, totally.
I mean...
Therefore, the crystal sphere must have been dropped before the murder. What? Order! On the night of the murder, the victim did indeed go to Dusky Bridge. And there, something occurred that caused the staff's crystal sphere to come loose. What could have that been? This sphere, there's some blood on it, isn't there? Allow me to raise a certain possibility at this junction. The real crime scene was near the foot of Dusky Bridge.
Okay.
The murder didn't take place in Sakura Temple courtyard?
This is just getting weird.
Only a fool would suggest such a foolish piece of absolute foolishness. Just who is the fool? Which part is so foolish, Miss Funkama? Have you been paying any attention this whole time, Miles Edgeworth? The sister saw everything. She saw the victim being killed by the defendant in the Sakura Temple courtyard. That's not exactly true, now is it? To put it more precisely, what she saw was the murder weapon being removed from the victim's body. That's the same thing! No, it isn't. You said it yourself. Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed. If that statement is the truth, then Dusky Bridge could very easily be the scene of the murder. The murder weapon was not removed, thus there was no bleeding. You are forgetting one vital thing, Miles Edgeworth. Elise Dixon's body was found in Hasakura Temple. On foot, it takes 15 minutes to travel from Dusky Bridge to Hasakura Temple, but not by snowmobile. You mean to suggest someone carried the body all that way? I made it this far. The only place to take this is to the end. I just need to prove that my version of the events is also perfectly plausible. Now that the defense is ready, the court would like to have an explanation. Please show us the method by which the victim's body was carried to Hasakura Temple. By snowmobile!
Yeah, that's why it returned.
Yep. On that snowy night, there's one way that body could have been moved. The snowmobile. As we know, the snowmobile was used that night. It was explained as having been used to dispose of the murder weapon, but it could have also been used to carry a body. Order! This is a complete unacceptable, Miles Edgeworth. You've dug yourself into your own grave. What do you mean? The only one who could have used the snowmobile was the defendant. She's the one who moves the body. Doesn't that put the final nail in your own coffin? You're too late, Franziska von Karma. And in fact, the defense has proven something else entirely. You've shown that this case requires further investigation. But where was the victim Elise Dixon really killed? If her body was moved, whatever for? And finally, just what does this image mean? Do you even need to think about that? Such a creature could never see the truth, let alone describe it. This witness certainly sits on one of the lowest possible branches of humanity. Oh!
Wow, rude.
However, he would never utter a lie that could hurt a girl with whom he is enamored. You do this, so it is something that actually happened. The defense stands firm on this point. Edgy! Thank you! That settles it then. And I give a verdict under these circumstances. Right. I seem to have fulfilled my part in this. It is just as I thought. Franziska von Karma, you make a wonderful part. Excuse me? There was no one reason and one alone for me being here. To expose the darkness lurking in this case and then pass it on to Wright. Really? That's what this was all about? You could have just told me that from the very beginning. Then I wouldn't have had Francie with me. Ouch! Miles Edgeworth? I don't care about what you were here to do. This was my chance to finally grind you under my heel. A shame that your chance seems to have slipped you by. What is your Francie? This is all your fault. Such a terrible witness. I demand satisfaction.
Is Larry dead? Okay, he's fine. Probably.
I cannot believe that the witness's testimony relates to an actual event.
Yay.
However, there has to be some sort of answer for the questions it raises. Have his words here today been true or lies? Next time we gather in this courtroom, those are the matters that shall be addressed. I am counting on full investigation by both the defense and the prosecution. And with this, this is up to you. Right? Court is adjourned.
To be continued.
Ooh.